Hello friends, let us now learn about extrahepatic biliary atresia. In extrahepatic biliary atresia, it occurs by the end of first week itself. There is this extrahepatic biliary atresia. What is extrahepatic biliary atresia? The bile duct on this is the liver and you have the gallbladder. These are the two hepatic ducts. Okay, and this is the cystic duct which combines with the common hepatic duct to form common bile duct, which is actually which goes and which drains in the duodenum. Now the problem here is this extrahepatic biliary system. Okay, this is undergoes atresia. That means this is not properly formed at all. Okay, so that is the main defect here. So this will manifest by the end of first week itself, because the bile which is formed in the liver cannot reach the duodenum. Okay, so because of this there will be severe jaundice. Almost moderate to severe jaundice is seen in these patients, and also you see that the stools are clay colored. This clay colored stools is because there is no hepatobiliary circulation is not happening here at all. So there is no yellow color. Normally yellow color of stool is formed by bilirubin, but here there is no hepatobiliary circulation. So as a result there will be clay colored stools, and there is late hepatosplenomegaly. It occurs later stages. ALP is a lot increased, and SGOT and SGPT are just mild to moderately increased. They are mild to moderate increase of SGOT and SGPT is seen. And if you do an if you do an ultrasonography, you will see a sign which is called as triangular cord sign is seen on ultrasonography. And if you do a HIDA scan, you will see no radioactivity in intestine. Obviously, because there is complete the biliary apparatus which should be normally patent, this is not proper, so this is not there. So the material which is injected, this has no way to reach the duodenum and intestine. So you see no radioactivity in the HIDA scan. And most important is liver biopsy. If you do liver biopsy, you will see bile ductular proliferation. All the other bile ducts, intrahepatic bile ducts will undergo proliferation, and there will be porter or perilobular edema will be there. In the lobules you will see edema, and sometimes even the fibrosis can be there. But one important thing is this hepatic lobular architecture is preserved in the patients. Then if you do, so to find out this, you will have to do an operative cholangiogram should be done. This operative cholangiogram will show the site of atresia. See, it's not like if this is the biliary system. Okay, atresia can be present at one site like here or here. It's not necessary that the whole biliary tree will undergo atresia. Only atresia can be present at one site or completely. Okay, so you will have to find the site of atresia. So for determining the site and presence of atresia, we need this operative cholangiogram. So in this state, if there is biliary atresia, then this biliary atresia is the most common indication of liver transplantation in children. Okay, this is about the extrahepatic biliary atresia. Thank you for watching.